Hi everyone, this is Ben at Geek Addict, and welcome back to episode 4 of Disco Elysium, the final cut on PlayStation 5. Last time we explored the city a little bit. We At the end we talked to this big dude who is a supremacist, and he talked us. Well, he informed us about the races and what he thinks about it, and well, we might need to be supremacists ourselves to actually cross the bridge, or get him to open the gates below. I'm not there yet, so let's just see if we can find another way, and if not, we might need to choose that option. What I forgot last time was when we were at the shop, I told you guys that we were looking at the thought cabinet and the possible options there. We didn't, so we're gonna start off with that. We don't have any points, I guess. This one. So we have a few slots. Let me just check. Advanced race theory. That's the one. So mass of fantastic races were ahead. So pick me. Okay. Temporary research bonus, min 1 drama, fooled by the absurdity. Research time, 1 hour and 40 minutes. I don't have enough experience points yet, so we need 10 more, and then we can do that. And all the other ones. Oh. Okay, so I can start it, only it won't start until I have enough points for that. So let's do that. And then go back, because we can't go any further there. Oh wait, this is the whirling in rags. Whirling in rags. Okay, so did go there. Did go there. Go down. We went up there. We didn't go here yet, so let's check this out. What's that? Oh, books, okay. Pate, ah. Boyadero. Sure.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Who are these famous
Oh,
people?
kings and queens and generals of old, or
Just
artists and writers, or
generals.
musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, bye. Let's see what's in here. Plaisance. Her mother. Some more books, I guess. Yes. Your Plaisance.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Little girl looks like her mom.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Yeah, bye. Not sure what I want.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Okay.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
I will maybe go through the books. They're all about Dick Mullen, right? So.
Shelves filled to the crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Nah.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen. The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Shelves
Yeah.
full of biographies of famous people, whoever.
Nah, never mind. Just looking for something
Several
interesting.
maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. You feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48.
So that's 3 years ago.
Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandoux, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Okay, that was a lot of information. The postcard might be interesting, so can I buy them?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Okay, that's the one I want.
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago,
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
they didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Okay, so I can buy the map there. It's just good to know then.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
And what's over here?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
What? Okay, open the curtain.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Rip them apart this time for real.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books?
Okay, you can tell me now or I will open it.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to her and then I'm gonna open them. So, tell me.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to crime. I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books. It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything? The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. '" 'Tis 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 ' Most certainly not. I'm not letting you open the gates of hell. In fact, I don't want anyone who isn't familiar with the psychic arts involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
I said curses aren't real, yeah, okay.
Time to fire up the old lie machine.
No.
You've got this. Just go with it. This is elegant.
Crime Bros and the game were called Crime Bros, my partner and I. Yeah.
You're called... what? What is this, a joke, Mr. Policeman?
Technically, that's what crime bros would do. Yes. Commit crimes.
Sir, I really don't have time for your jokes. The situation is very serious.
What? Okay, so I'm gonna open it.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Okay, I wanna see. Damn. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Ooh. Merely look. So.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Yeah, brain threshold wouldn't do. Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Okay.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Okay, again.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt. I am really curious though. 17% is very, very low. Let's not do that now then. Damn it. We need to get back in there. Bye, lady. Okay, what else? Yep, okay. Check this out first. Nope.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Kuno.
That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
You want to check that out as well?
Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Okay, so bags. Bottles.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says, why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty? Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
There's nothing I can interact with on the way here, so... Okay, so what's that?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
I'm gonna try anyway.
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over.
Oh, so this is the other side of the fence with the kid. Okay. Well, I want to check it out. Hey, kiddo.
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
No, she's not.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all. Trying to sneak up on...
Yes, okay. Oh, so here's the greenhouse as well. Can I get in the greenhouse? Can I go in the greenhouse? Nose of fat, orange bum head. Okay, that might look great actually. Yeah. Reaction speed, feeling twitchy, and -1 rhetoric. Okay, cool. Oh, maybe these as well is only plus. Yeah. This is locked. Okay, so there's a code, I guess. Maybe get up there. What's that? Can't reach that. Okay, so I can't get in there. How can I get up there? From the other side? There's nothing else I can do there, so... Oh, that's the wall. What's that? Nothing. Okay, I can't get up there from here. Joyce, monsieur.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus. I am glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government, the one that leases you the right to police West Revachol.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
My raceman.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Good to know, good to know.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Yeah.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Alright.
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
Yeah, just don't.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Really?
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Exactly.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
We can try.
Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Yeah.
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it.
Yeah.
You could request a new one.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to get up that balcony there. See if we can find a way. Here maybe. Can't get there. Maybe check if we can do something with the body. Oh yeah, plus yeah, we got our shit compressed. Yeah, that's true.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to
We
run,
did it.
and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Alright. Okay, so the boots, we check the boots on the ground.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Okay.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Okay, yeah.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. No, your first instinct was correct. This equipment is way beyond what a security guard can afford.
Oh, okay. What?
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Yeah.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, asshole?
I don't know, baby.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot? The locals probably scavenged it. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Okay, I might pull off his head. Yeah, pull off his head later.
His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it? I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure. Just don't lose it.
Look him in the eye.
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? This is a...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
I think we have.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Should sort of branch.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Why?
Take it!
Yeah, take the shot.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant
Oh,
unzips
he's
his
gonna
jacket
do it.
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
He's gonna do it.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his...
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth. The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him.
Okay, so we're gonna do it as well.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
We're gonna try. We did it.
The
Successful,
buckle
man.
explodes into
Plop, plop.
tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. Looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communist.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
Good to know.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The ace is high, a custom invented.
Slap it.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
Okay, didn't look like it, but good to know.
I knew these guys were
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
Well, that's
I
great.
knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Yeah, we're gonna do the autopsy. Yeah,
In the
makes
meantime,
sense.
we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
Ah, okay. So we're gonna see how that thought cabinet is doing.
I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go. Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
It's about an hour, guys, so I'm gonna leave the episode here. Let me know what you think. Leave a like if you liked it. Maybe even subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.